Hey, class of 2029, welcome to MSU COM. We're so excited that you're here.
We just want to let you know the class of 2020 is so excited for you to join us, and we're always here for you along with peer mentors. Coming to you from the second year classroom at DMC, we're with Rory. When and where are you the most productive when you're studying?
So I'm the most productive from like 7:30 to 2 p.m. And I'm most productive right in this seat right here. I usually get here like 7:30, sit in the dark until like noon, and then I just start to slowly talk more throughout the day, and then I review things after. But you know, you gotta keep your head down in the morning. That's my MO, I guess. It helps me get through the day.
How do you incorporate self-care into your schedule?
So to incorporate self-care, I would say you have to do so kind of aggressively, because you have a lot of different factors that are working against your self-care. For example, comparing yourself to others, lots and lots of lectures. So the only way to really self-care, while you're constantly doing McBurney's point, is to be the advocate in your own corner. Don't compare yourself to others. Give yourself that rest day, even if you just took a rest day if you really need it. And I know that seems counterintuitive, but your work-life balance is basically your life balance.
Hey guys, school can get stressful and overwhelming at times, but I think the thing that's helped me the most is making sure that I remember that I have to make sure I take care of myself first. And for me, that includes doing sports and going out and making sure I have something in my schedule. And leagues for me is a big way of doing that, because I always know that it's there. I can study whenever I need to, get it done, and then go back to it. But it's the same thing with trying to just have something that's in your schedule. We like to do it after tests, where we go out for lunch sometimes, or we just go and play basketball and hoop. But good luck.
Hi, we're here with Christian. What's your favorite place to study on campus?
My favorite place to study is the Wayne Med Library. It's like a 5-minute walk. It's got quiet rooms. It's got places where you can write stuff down, whiteboards. It's got everything.
Where's your favorite place to eat?
Square One breakfast.
Basil, what has helped you feel like you belong to the MSU COM community?
So I am an out-of-state student. I'm from Indiana. And I would say the things that helped me feel like I belonged in the community was, for one, any like social events, just say yes, just go. The only way you meet people is by going to those events, and it's really nice to be able to connect with people when we're not all stressed out and studying. So 100% going to any of the class social events. If your classmates are like, oh, you want to go get food, especially in like the first like summer semester, just say yes, just go, get to know people, find who you click with, just, you know, make those connections. But I would say also studying with my classmates really helped me feel like I belong, simply because, you know, medical school is really difficult, and it helps to feel like I'm not alone in the struggle. And also it helps to feel supported by my classmates. There's been so many times where like I've not understood a concept and my classmates have been like, oh, have you thought about it this way? Or like, here's this cool new mnemonic. And I was like, oh wow, that's so cool. So I would say, you know, make time for both like socially hanging out with your classmates and then also being in study groups, and just get out there as much as you can, because you never know like what cool people you would meet if you get out there. So just have fun with it.
What helped you stay connected to your purpose or motivation throughout med school?
It is so important to remember your why. It's also super important to be involved in things outside of academics. For example, I'm a part of SNMA, the best org on campus.
SNMA.
And we host amazing events like this kickball fundraiser we just hosted.
All right, what is something you wish you knew during your first semester at COM?
You'll find the people who you're meant to be friends with.
How do you incorporate self-care into your like daily routine with med school?
I usually prioritize staying active. I really love yoga, and I'm actually a yoga teacher, so I try to teach classes when I can. And something else, I got a cat my first year, and she has also really helped my mental health.
I can attest she's incredibly cute.
How do you stay organized and manage your time when things get kind of hectic?
When things get hectic, I think the number one thing is a planner. I cannot live without my planner. I plan out my week every Sunday. I'll plan it out, and you know, it'll change by the day. And then to make myself not be overwhelmed, once you finish everything on your to-do list, you're done. You're done for the day. There's always going to be more to do, always. So you got to take that time for you. Go to the gym, go take a walk, go call your mom. Just take that time for you. Once you're done because there's always going to be more to do.
How do you incorporate movement or physical activity into your weekly routine?
Yeah, so one thing that we've just incorporated into our activity is we, as a group, do daily walks, and we'll challenge ourselves to do 1 mile walks we'll do it in between our study breaks. So we'll study for a couple hours, and then we'll say, hey group, let's take our mile walk. And then we'll come back, and then we'll study again. And sometimes we'll do 2 walks in a day, but usually it's just 1.
How do you support your wellness? In medical school, sometimes we don't have a lot of time, so I like to support my wellness by taking advantage of the small moments we have and taking study breaks to walk and get coffee with friends. We love that.
So Derek, what helps you stay connected to your motivation to go into medicine while we're so bogged down with academics at times?
Yeah, that's a good question. I definitely rely on the clubs. I joined Macomb Street Medicine and the International Osteapathic Medicine organization. Hanging out with those folks and getting to engage in patient cares, it definitely has kept me motivated during those difficult times.
I would like to know, how do you incorporate physical activity in your routine?
In the beginning, it was a little hard just because I was so busy and I felt like I couldn't get away from studying. But I found some friends that I enjoy going to the gym with, and that kind of helps keep me motivated to go. So.
Hey, what's your favorite MSU COM event?
Well, I'm glad you asked. It's actually the CIM Health Fair.
Great. Thank you.
What do you wish you knew in your first semester at MSU COM?
I wish I knew to give myself more grace, because when you start medical school, you're not only adjusting to the lectures and the content, but you're also adjusting to life in general at med school, and being away from family, being away from friends, and just getting to know everybody here. So just give yourself a lot of grace.
So how do you remember your why during hard times?
I think one thing, especially when you're caught up in studying, is to involve yourself in a club that you actually care about. So for me, that was addiction medicine. And then using that to meet other physicians or medical healthcare professionals in that field that you can set up meetings with and talk to realize that it's not just about the studying and the books, it's actually about the human experience.
Hi, welcome to Colby Jack. This is where we do most of our group studying.
Hi, my name is Ziba. Hey Ziba, can you show us what your favorite room in DMC is?
For sure. Follow me. My favorite room is the Zen room. In here, you'll find a snack bar and a coffee bar where you can make tea or anything on the Keurig. We also have a whiteboard. You can write whatever you're feeling on here, and it's like a diary of everything that you'll go through during the semester. We have puzzles, perler beads, and Play-Doh, and any games you want. The one rule in the Zen room is that you do not talk about school in the Zen room.
Right across from Colby Jack, we got quiet study. Here you're supposed to be quiet, but no one's in here right now. So there are a bunch of cubicles where you can basically study, lock in for exams. There's also some whiteboards where a lot of people write before their exams, just like the GI tract we have right here.
What's your favorite place to study?
Silent study.
What relaxes you?
Playing video games.
Nice.
Yeah, playing World of Warcraft, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with houseplants, so any sort of tropical houseplant that I can obsess over the soil pH and whatnot, and that takes me out of my academic mind space.
I can completely relate with that.
Katie, how do you incorporate self-care into your busy schedule?
So I am a big proponent of work hard, play hard. I love to go, all kinds of things. I really love to work out. I like to make time to go spend time in nature. I really think it's fairly easy to balance everything. The first couple weeks are tough when you're figuring out all the ways you're gonna approach things, but as you get more comfortable with learning content, I find that there's a lot of time in the day, honestly, and as long as you schedule your day your own way, I found that there's plenty of time to keep up with hobbies and activities.